Maimonides once said, "Give a man a fish and you'll feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you'll feed him for a lifetime." I challenge you to use this proverb in many areas of your life, but specifically with technology. We live in a time where we need instant gratification or expect instant results. If we get a spinning wheel, we immediately feel frustration and impatience. We live for the fast pace. As with anything you are learning different technologies will take time. Patience and perseverance will benefit you when learning new technology. It is easy for us to immediately ask someone how to do something if we don't know how, or even give up if the first thing we tried doesn't work. I urge you to continue trying. The beauty with technology is that it is actually difficult to break things or lose things. You can undo almost anything. As you come to challenges, I want you to first stop and think about what would be the most logical solution. Try a few different things before trying the following strategies I will cover in this presentation. This strategy alone will help you immensely. Remember to take a deep breath and be patient. Technology takes practice and is much like a marathon since everything is always changing. Google it, a common phrase you hear nowadays. There are times when I personally don't have time for patience of troubleshooting on my own. I need to figure out how to do something because I'm working against a deadline. When you're a beginner at technology, this is going to be the most beneficial strategy you can try. Google is pretty good about bringing up a lot of search results. You can go crazy and type your entire question word for word in the search box, and most times you'll find what you're looking for. Though this is one way to search, I'm going to provide you with some search tips that will help you find successful results right away, or help when you're not finding what you're looking for. The first tip is to keep it simple. Try to keep your search to the point. Try to use 3 to 5 words rather than complete sentences. Figure out key words, or important words of the phrase to use. If there is a specific word that needs to be part of the results, put it in quotation marks. This will ensure that results include that word. There may be times when you're trying to find something you noticed it keeps bringing up that is irrelevant to what you're looking for. If you would like to exclude certain words, you can type your search and then add a hyphen listing the words you want to exclude behind it. Though there are other tips you can find on the internet to help with searching, the last one I'm going to go over is using the tab or categories. In Google specifically, there are tabs along the top that list different search categories such as all, images, videos, news, shopping, etc. Using these categories or tabs will help you define what kind of search results you need. If I only want an image, I can click the Image tab and then search using the strategies I listed above. Technology has a way of robbing many people of their common sense. We see technology as this amazing advanced thing and forget that it actually was created to make our lives easier. I have heard a reference made to the movie Men in Black as an analogy for this. Will Smith's character, a nobody, comes in to take a test to become part of the MIB, or Men in Black, along with a bunch of others who are the best of the best. The room is filled with egg-shaped chairs for everyone to sit in, and all of them are struggling to find a good way to write and take a test. After some struggling, Will Smith's character looks around at the others, gets up, walks to the middle of the room, and drags the table sitting there to his spot. This is a perfect analogy of how we treat technology at times. We don't want to break anything. But what we don't realize is that there's actually someone out there who has a job to break the software before it goes out in order to get the bugs out of it. There are also times where you will use similar software, but owned by different businesses like Apple, Google, Microsoft, etc. I want you to understand that they are still similar. Though they look very different, and there may be some capabilities that some have that others don't, the basics are almost always going to be there and will function very similarly. It is always good to do some research on different applications to make sure it meets your need. So, when you need to problem solve, I want you to stop and think. Use your common sense. Think simple. If it was not technology, how would you solve the problem? Where would you look? If the screen is not the right size or you want to zoom into something, the View tab might be a good place to start. Think of these programs as having filing cabinets. Which cabinet would you look in to find a certain folder or document? Try your best to not overthink things. As you begin diving in and learning different technologies, I want you to remember to be patient, persevere, Google it, use common sense, and most importantly, remember that you're learning to fish.